There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
As much as we're not so loud about this topic, as a society, we know what it means for someone who is ready and intentional about creating a family, but they are late. What do you do when you feel late for marriage? That's what we're discussing today, quite a thrilling topic. I know. Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. Please stay tuned because this one is going to be amazing.
Yes, and you're talking about when you're realizing when your seasons are changing and time is going.
Yeah.
Did we sound the warning that be careful before you marry people in their 40s and they tell you I've now been married before, it never crossed my mind, and there's no convincing reason.
Yeah.
When you see people who are late bloomers, for many to be frequently in their 40s, women after that 5.
Yeah.
Most of them, that's the time they're getting a sense of urgency.
Women after 35.
And men after 40.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's normally in terms of biological clock, women tend to be 5 years ahead.
Yeah.
Add to the fact of menopause, women are judged with menopause, men are judged by retirement.
Yes.
So when a woman is around 30 and a man around 35, they're almost the same place in life.
Yeah.
When a woman is 25 and man 30, even in reason, tend to reason the same.
Yeah.
When a man is 40, the woman 35, you can't tell the difference.
Yes, that's true.
They have to tell you. You know? So there are some variations with DNA or the way you live, do you take care of your body, you're busy with alcohol and partying and all this, or stress. So I saw this meme that was hinting at something saying, are you happy or you are a firstborn and you're also a lady?
What about that?
Try to hint that
Yes.
firstborn daughters cannot be happy because they are carrying their families.
Too much burden.
You know?
Yes.
Also, the firstborn sons in a fatherless home or in a place where the father is passive, they tend to be sucked in to become the surrogate father or the de facto leader in that home, and they are pulled into everything and made to feel like that's their destiny. So they buy into the whole thing. Have you noticed that women after 40s, women now in their 40s and 50s, particularly, I think now they are around 45, the group that is particularly with this element of they have no definition of their life without marriage. They can't define who they are without marriage.
Yes.
So even if it's abusive, they usually die there. They have no identity without marriage. It troubled us for a long time, us in the counseling world. They just don't have that. They even tell you early on, divorce is not an option. But they're being abused. But the being mistreated, the woman left, the man left, they're alone.
Yeah.
And you ask them, divorce from what? You're no longer married.
Yes.
The person left. You know? You know, they tell you it's their fate. It's their destiny.
Yeah.
It's their identity.
Yes.
It's their honor in society. And it's a message that cuts across from that generation. I realized it was a generational scripting. It's a big one for zeitgeist. The spirit of that age, zeitgeist is spirit of the age, or the domineering energy of a particular age group.
Okay.
So they were born, most of them in 70s, all the way to 1980.
Yeah.
It was just a fresh country after independence, and the family was being formulated and protected. And even the music from those days, the messaging from those days was that particularly a woman is her marriage.
Okay.
It was put so powerfully.
Yes.
They bought it.
They held on to that.
Yes, that woman is her marriage.
Yes.
And that scripting is so powerful that they don't see that this is a partnership and the other person has a role to play, and if they don't play it right, I can't play on their behalf. So many of them usually, they could have become great people. And I strongly believe the part of why we have leadership gap, that generation does not have very good leaders who transform society. Because they married wrong, and the marriage drains their energy, and they have no way out. Mentally, they're closed. Just to tell you that it's possible that the marriage becomes your doom, not destiny. It becomes your... If you marry wrong, if you're not conscious about what you want to do with this marriage, what you want to do, the generation can give you a narrative, a scripting, a kind of thinking that is closed up. The other generations that come later had a sense of individuality. Those ones did not have at all.
Yeah.
The one that came next, there was that messaging. If you want it, you can plug into and say, I am married, but I am a person. I am a man. In fact, the healthy view of marriage, what I believe, and now my generation has normalized it, is that I can never let anybody think that I am stuck with them, I can never go anywhere. The right message in our marriages now is this.
Yes.
As long as you are doing your part, you have nothing to worry about. I'm here to stay.
Yes.
As long as
you're doing your part.
But once that is in place, don't worry about me. I'll be there, I'll do what I say, I'll show up. You don't have to wake up at night to check my phone. I don't have to carry my phone to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I tell you, my generation has simplified investigation. The previous generation needed to track your phone, call Safaricom, or call somebody to check the message. Nowadays, I don't need to check it. I just touch it to see your response. That's enough.
Yes.
I don't need details. I don't need details. I just want to see how you respond.
Yeah.
You're panicky, you're running after it. Thank you. I just want to know whether you have something to hide, and you have confirmed that you have something to hide.
Something to hide.
Thank you. I don't need to know what it is. I don't know that trauma.
It's too much trauma. It's enough.
Yeah. And because those generations needed to print evidence to show I don't know to where.
Yeah.
Today I don't call clan meeting with printed evidence. No, it's not that way. We have become self-determining.
Yeah.
I can determine if this is what I want or this is not what I want.
Yes.
Of course, if I need to fight battles in court, custody, or whatever, I know how to go around now without you even knowing me what I'm doing.
Yes.
Thank God for technology and AI. Can use it, can get somebody to get all the information and a full file that you don't even see in my house. It's some lawyer to show up when it's meant to be, and you're served with a copy of a mountain of documents showing your movements and what you took, what you did. But just to tell you that nowadays it's easy. We know psychology. We know psychology.
Yeah.
I just need to check how you panic. And what nowadays actually you don't even need to grab. Just ask, please help me with your phone.
And the confusion. Because anything might pop up anytime.
May I kindly? We are watching your phone on TV.
Yes.
In a pop-up. We are showing me a meme.
Yes.
We are using your phone for Google Maps as you drive.
Yes.
And it is there for everyone. On the net, turn right. Turns right, another message also turns left. You know?
Yeah.
And then it is connected to speakerphone. And somebody, hello Siri, on the car. Everybody here, Siri. You are in another room. Your phone connected to the Bluetooth where everybody is.
Yeah.
You're not even aware of it. What is playing? We are hearing. Who is not? Disconnect your phones, people. You're making noise for us. As we complain, another interesting message plays. You know. Nowadays we are in Internet of Things, IoT.
Yes.
Everything. So it's very hard to keep secrets nowadays. The gadgets will help us.
Yeah.
The last gadget that was connected on your car when I borrowed the car, when you ignite, it is connected when I'm in the room.
Yes.
These gadgets are not helping cheaters. They're really not helping. You know, you want to talk hands-free with your, after you talk hands-free, it remains there connected.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, and somebody said if you check your person's phone, your girl's phone, and you find that there's Mercedes C-Class, the last Bluetooth connect, they remain there. There's a list of what was TX, TX S-Class. What was she? This was Vasha Manenos. You know? But it is Subaru that was connected. Just to tell you, nowadays it's not, we don't have to go to those great lengths to find information. While you are seated there, even not being bothered, it will be brought to you. And nowadays also, if you log with your phone on my email, I start getting notifications about your dealings.
Oh my goodness.
You know? Yeah. I was driving my wife's car and she was sent a message. You were spotted driving at from nowadays. Can't you even have a life out there? Exactly. You know? Even NTSA is reporting you. Where you are, at what speed you are going. What if I was hiding?
You reported.
What if I was hiding? Pretending to be in this direction.
Yes,
as a NTSA, as send a message. And unknowingly you put your phone as a backup next of kin as the messenger said you know, spotted Nakuru driving, please drive slowly, arrive safe. So this technology has been, this generation has been assisted. You don't have to worry too much. If you go to your car's tracker, although most of us don't know, those who are not tech savvy, you can see all the movements you make. With even speeds if you want. It stops. You know, the zigzags of it. So if you try to deny, somebody comes up with a printout to tell you that we are luckier or unluckier, depending on which side of the technology. If you're being honest, technology will help you. If you're being dishonest, it will expose you.
True.
You know, the lateness we're describing today is when the seasons have left you behind for some reason or other. And you should not listen to flimsy excuses when people are covering up indecisiveness. Just to warn you, but if you marry a late bloomer, make sure the reason makes sense. And today I want to help you with the reasons so that you can know what to check for. And if a person does not know what weakness has held them back, they have a more dangerous weakness of not knowing their weakness, of not having self-awareness. If a person does not know what has delayed them, they have a bigger weakness of not knowing what's going on with their life, not having control. They have a bigger weakness of avoiding reality in their life. And they have a bigger danger of projecting, transferring, reenacting their chaos onto you. Are we suggesting everybody must get married by that thing? No. People are coming from different journeys. Some don't want marriage. Others want marriage after they are already some things. Others want something. So I just want you to be prepared that if you marry a late bloomer, make sure what they're telling you is sincere and from the heart, and you can see it in clear. And the first thing you're going to do when you feel late for marriage is appreciate that you might have just dodged your first divorce. The first step, if you're waking up and it's too late, is thank you. Had you married unaware and unready as you were, you may now be getting divorced. You may now be struggling to cooperate with an impossible person. You may now be trying to catch up with your life after you never actualized any milestone. What are the 3 other things you need to get in place before you go for love and marriage? And for which, if you don't have them, you don't have a ship of life, a voyage of life. You'll have a canoe that keeps being tossed up and down by every wave, and you're very unstable. When you make marriage or everything, you're carrying all your eggs in one basket, and you know how unwise that is, and how you become vulnerable, and that person becomes not only your partner, but your world. You get another god, a demigod, a human god. When you put everything in your life into marriage, that's why it's, however much I try, I can't discuss with the person who tells me they've been married since they were 18, 19. I'm not saying you can't develop yourself after, but usually they don't. Marriage is too busy. The emotions are too busy. And those who marry you are used to that small version of you. Mostly. You may be a rare case where a person allowed you to evolve to self-actualization, but you're just an exception, not the rule. Remember, car accidents happen. And when you don't have your seatbelt on, you're very vulnerable. To be tossed around and to be... So some people may have come from an accident when they did not have their car seat on, and they were not injured. So they become advocates of the safety belts are useless. I was in them and they came out unscathed. Other people had the safety belts, they were killed. So the seat belts make no sense. That's a person saying they married early and it did not affect them. It is the same.
I get it.
You get?
Yeah.
They are very loud
Yes.
to say, doesn't matter, doesn't. They were just lucky and they're ungrateful. But they were lucky that the prayers of their grandmothers
Worked.
To marry when you have not self-actualized is as risky as a slow suicide.
Yeah.
The accidents that happen and hurt people more for not having seatbelts are way more than the survival
Yeah.
when you don't have it. In fact, many times it's the only person who did not have it who gets injured. Because sometimes they are tossed out of the car. I've had those cases a lot of times.
Yeah.
The car moves, the person is tossed out. I've had them so many times. And that's the only person who was so injured because they don't have anything. Of course, if it's something smashing or whatever like that, the seatbelt, many people, they want to help. It helps in certain circumstances.
Yeah.
But we know, even without an accident, just emergency brakes is enough to hurt you.
Yes.
When you have nothing to hold you down.
True.
Car swerving is enough to knock you around. When a person has not developed who they are, has not evolved into themselves, have not learned who they are, they rush into marriage, they are swallowing themselves up. You're going to start with appreciating that had you come in when other people are coming in, unready as you are, you may be coming out. So we are saying the other pillars that need to be in place for you, maybe they are the ones who have been working for up to now, is healthy social networks.
Yeah.
You needed to get to know mentors, to get to people to pour into, people to pour into you, and others you pour into. You needed to get a social life that is social capital, that is social wealth, that is people you know who is your life,
Yeah.
who mention your name in rooms full of opportunities, people you help,
Yeah.
people you advise, people you network, people you pour into, and people pour into you. That is so powerful. You don't have it when you're 18.
Yes.
You don't have it when you're 20. These things need time to get to know quality people.
Yeah.
People who make your life easier and you make their life easier.
Yes.
We discussed in another show in how to build yourself to wealth, and we said good networks come from being somebody who is worthy knowing, who people want to keep their contact.
Yeah.
Become very good at something so that
Yes.
people want to carry your contact.
True.
That's how important people will find you important. The motivation speaker lied to you. If you hang out around 3 millionaires, you'll be the fourth. Why should millionaires hang around with you? Why?
No reason.
Thank you.
Yes.
Become a person millionaires are looking out for. That's the secret.
Yeah. Yes.
Be the kind of person a millionaire wants to keep a contact. Be so good at what you do,
Yeah.
they know they might need you someday.
Yes.
They know their friend who might use your services. You know, I know somebody who might. That's how you network. Become so good that they themselves carry your contact and give you to somebody.
Yeah.
This girl will sort you out. My niece has been looking for media. Oh, can you talk to my niece? That is something.
Yes.
In the Shark Tank, that investment show, one lady was only very young, around 20s, thereabout, had a very big project, and one shark there said, was very emotional. Said, I will invest in your business, I'll give you the money you want on one condition. You mentor my daughters. They want to be what you are,
Yeah.
and I see you are closer to them in age than me,
Yeah.
and you may show them the way.
Yes.
So this is out of the business, but it's a condition I want you to do. Please talk to my children, show them the way, show them how you got here. What is that? A person, you have what they want. They are a billionaire. In those cases, even billionaires.
Yes.
You have the passion they wish for their daughters.
Yes.
And they tell you, would you please mentor my daughters? That's a billionaire who has your contact. Because you have something they want.
They want.
That's how they will help you as you help them.
Yeah.
So don't be lied to. Hang around millionaires. You don't even know where they go. You can't even afford the golf club they go to. Just be exceptional
True.
at what you do.
Yes.
The millionaires say, it would be interesting to hear more from you. They're interested in how good you are at what you do. Carry that. It is network worthy.
Yes.
That's how you network.
Wow, that's amazing.
But if you run into marriage when you're 18, what are you good at?
You've not even self-realized.
Thank you. Be so distinctive that the bank manager say, come here, that salesperson who talks second. What was her name? You're getting your trophy the second time. You're the best salesperson. What's your secret? You know, my team has been struggling. Eh? Would you talk to them? No, please come talk to them. So they put you there to talk to their team. Now you have something the millionaire wants to keep.
Yes. Sure.
You're networking now.
Yes.
You are network worthy. You're worthy knowing. So we said, don't strive to be known by many people. Just strive to be worthy knowing. And those people who are worth knowing you will know you.
Wow.
Stop being famous, trying to do funny things, TikTok, it is trending. Just be somebody, when people see you, how come I never discovered this lady earlier? Oh my God, this is so good. This lady, where? Sylvia. Okay. Worthy knowing.
Hey, that's amazing.
When you become that good, intriguing, the other pillar is emotional, personal healing, your own journey, master your own identity, master where you're coming from, deal with your past, release those who hurt you, connect those who need to connect with, define yourself according to your own wish, rename yourself, name where you want to go, change the narrative that carries your life. That's a second pillar.
Wow.
The third pillar is the money.
Yes.
Can you settle the money you want, how you want to pay your bills, the lifestyle you want to settle on, how much wealth you want, how much financial freedom you are bidding for. Everybody is bidding in life. Everybody is bidding. At what point do you want to bid? In auction, you mention the price according to what you want. You compete for the commodity you want and you buy it. What are you bidding for in the auction of life? If you marry a person who has not settled that question, you'll be a gatherer and they'll be a scatterer. You'll be bringing the eat. You bring the eat. You gather the scatter. Because they're not trying to gather to bid for that thing you're bidding for.
Yes.
Never marry a person who has not answered that question. They'll get flight of ideas every time you have $1 million in the account until they eat all of it. They can't sit with accumulating money because you want to buy something worth 100 million. They don't see the point. We're already having a comfortable life. We are better than most people. What's the point? Be contented. You're bidding for something you never knew that they were bidding for. Many people are not bidding for conquest. They're bidding for comfort. People are living for comfort.
Yes.
They're not trying to conquer some levels. Appreciate that you might have dodged the first mismatched marriage. And then go to the second step that is lethal, if you do it well. Remove the mountain that has held you back. Just recognize what mountain it is. And the mountain may be a hidden thing, like a perfectly functioning low self-esteem.
Perfectly functioning low self-esteem.
Yes. You learn to cover up your low confidence with hard work.
Yeah.
But the moment somebody tries to love you on a personal level, you are triggered. You know somebody told you you're ugly, you're too short, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too thick, you run away. But the job, at least you can figure it out.
Yes.
You make the sales. You're given. But as a husband, somebody asks you, are you even a man? Are you straight? You're too small, too big.
And
you may have an inner crushed self-esteem. But you polished in suit, you show up for sales, you avoid emotional life. What keeps us avoiding intimacy can be perfectly concealed, but very active, extremely active. It may be something unexpected, something like you just don't know how to open conversations. There are men who don't know how to do small talk. They're too intense with life. They can't conduct a relaxing conversation with a lady. They want to know deep things. What do you think about the second conquest of Normandy? The invasion of Normandy. When? You said you studied history. Let me engage you in history.
Yes. You kill it before you even start.
I had that problem. I went on a date with the lady and she asked me, was that an interview? Was that a test? My head is buzzing. I'm so tired. I overdid. It was too intense.
Wow.
I knew if it was an interview, I failed. And the one was very dangerous. The lady doesn't feel like she interacted, she had a good time. She feels like,
it was an interview.
That's not the right feeling. That's not the right feeling. me, but we are trying to learn. Don't be interrogative. I came to learn that you don't be intense, deep.
Yes.
Me, I'm checking. Can you engage me? Can you? Some men don't know how to conduct small talk. Sometimes when women are also accomplished, they tend to expect weird a man to challenge me, a man who can advise me, mentor me. Does not start on day one. On day one is more easy stuff.
Yeah.
The death comes naturally. But you don't find out, can people relax? Can you just talk about what you can see? Does not mean you must remain shallow, but it just means you don't have to go to those deep, convictional, political, historical, religious discussions, debate. Those things will come. Will come. Is that now? People tell you what's going on in their workplace, how they find that person, how I find. That's why you're checking just whether you align on different opinions of life.
Yeah.
This road nowadays, just comments here, and this government and all that there. You hear people's positive attitude, people's optimism, people's how they manage small issues in their life. People, they are hoping to build their life here and there. We converse like friends who are near to each other. It's friendly, but we are still near to each other. Yeah. We don't bring too many contentious issues. We gravitate to them organically. Organically. You're not talking the first time. Then I'm asking you about either Plato or Socrates. Which one do you think the Greek mythology had this and the other one? And you're arguing whether Saturday is the day of worship or Sunday. You know that myth, you know Saturn. You know that Saturn planet, Saturn. So Saturn and Saturday, Sunday, the god Sun, was worshipped on this day.
Yes.
So these ones are worshipping Saturn, the other ones are worshipping the Sun.
Yeah.
So either Saturday, Saturn.
It's crazy.
They're like, how do I worship on Wednesday? Okay, let me be a Wednesday person. What is Wednesday? This guy arrived, they were at a date, and he does not know his voice is going up. He's getting animated. And he's sweaty. And he's getting into and telling, what this Apostle Paul meant. And nowadays, when you see this, and you're more embarrassed because the guy is getting more. So no, you don't do that during initial dates.
Yeah.
And you don't try to impress too much. In fact, people who are accomplished, they tend to radiate. They want it to come organically. They don't want to overmarket to the wrong people. They're also careful. Sometimes you can show so much to the wrong person, they get attached.
Yes.
To what you have, not you. So you want it to be, I tell you what I did, you tell me what you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are going together.
Yes.
Going together. So that I don't over-reveal. Sometimes you learn early. You're not on the same standard. We're not on the same standard.
Yeah.
Here, let me buy time. Let me buy time, and I'm out.
Yeah, sure.
Just to tell you, remove the mountain. Identify what it was. It may be something not conspicuous. It may be something hardly noticeable.
Yeah.
Like your body image. Women who have stress issues, they comfort it a lot of times.
Yeah.
When they comfort it, the body grows out of shape. So they're not proud of themselves. So they don't dress well. They try to conceal it, cover it. So you may find that because they comfort eating is typically sugars, starch, carbohydrates, soothing things. Soothing.
Yeah.
They're not proud of their body anymore. So they don't entertain anybody praising them. They don't want attention there. That alone can keep you single for longer.
Yeah.
That alone can keep you. You may find a guy who has not accepted that his hair took an early vacation. And that his black soldiers have started wearing grey.
Yes.
So, early, the guy, even in campus, he just a patch of grey hair. A patch.
Yeah.
And he learned he used to cut all of it. He learned to be proud. He used to dye it, hide it. Some of these things are genetic. The more he evolved into himself, and now it became even just a good-looking guy who's confident. You come to London, confidence matters as much as your looks.
Yes.
Slay, move the mountain. The mountain is usually something that has been holding you back. Sometimes just you're workaholic, you're just always at work.
Yeah.
You have no social time. It could just be your family. They're on your back. They're breaking your back. You have no time. Every time is phones from home, solving issues from home.
Yeah.
You are helping the family, but you're hurting yourself. You find balance. So we are just saying, slay the dragon, remove the mountain that has held you back, identify it. If you can articulate and say, I realized the last 5 years was just wasted of me trying to raise the person I was dating. I was dating a person I needed to raise. They delayed me for 7 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
It was my belief that I could grow a person. It was my belief that I could change a person.
Yeah.
Sometimes you knew you were not ready for marriage anytime soon when you got into the relationship. You underestimated your own worth. And the person got attached to you and they could not let you go. Until the time came and time passed and it began to run late
Yeah.
with the same person clinging. And because you're already emotionally invested, it's hard to get out. Just to tell you that, remove what it is, identify it. And many times you realize the farmer was asked how he manages to get good crop every year.
Yeah.
How come you have good harvest? I don't force my crops to yield. I just remove what stops them. I remove the pesticide.
Yes.
I remove the weeds.
The weeds.
I just remove the obstacle and the crops yield naturally. The same to
Yeah.
you. Remove what stops you and the yield will come naturally. Yes.
Wow, amazing. Now we're running short of time, but in few words, probably you can tell us, is 30 for a lady late or ripe for marriage?
Now, first timers, I usually tell them to work with 35. Because many of them have different backgrounds. The prime time is obviously 25 to 29 for freshers. That's the first prime. Second prime is 30 or 30 to 35. Does not mean you can't marry at it, but it's just the category and the dynamics have changed. Seasons of life are real. They are real. They are not imaginary. Don't be cheated. They are real. Just to tell you, even when you look at fertility, when women get pregnant after 35, it's being considered high risk.
Yeah.
Even when she's okay.
Yes.
You have done more clinics, more checks.
Yeah.
Because they tell you statistically, the likelihood of losing it midway is very high.
Yeah, true.
They tell you, it's not you. We are not implying something about you. Look at the statistics. From our practice, any woman after 35, the pregnancy there is delicate.
Yes.
So if we don't watch out, you will lose. If you disappear from us for a month, naturally you do clinics monthly.
Yeah.
When you're okay.
Yes.
But when you get it after 35, it's not once a month.
Yes.
They may ask you to come every week.
Yeah.
Or every other week.
Yes.
Because a problem can erupt quickly. What is that? That's a reality in the medical world.
True.
So I don't want you to become these women who say, age doesn't matter, age is just a number, and so is your shoe size. And you can return the shoe because the number is wrong.
Yes.
If it's just a number, why are you returning it? It's just
not just a
43.
number.
Thank you. The numbers are measures.
Yeah.
Are they? Measures.
Yeah.
The number 43 it's a size.
Yes.
So 35 is not just a number, it's a measure. After you die, they write a number on your grave. Your bank balance is also a number.
Yeah.
FM station.
A number.
Just to tell you, even your temperature, it can kill you.
Yeah.
If the numbers on the computer are going off,
Sure.
your heart rate number. So don't despise numbers.
Numbers mean something.
It means they measure.
Yeah.
Just to tell you,
Yes.
it's not about late. That is okay if you're coming from preparation. If you're coming and you're conscious about it. If you're doing after 35, now you may have to consider second timers.
Yeah.
Because fresh bachelors are usually not marrying a woman who is 38.
True.
Unless something is different there.
Yes.
You're going to check that. You can do it, we are saying at any time. Just consider what season it is and what dynamics mean. Yes.
Wow, and also because of metabolism, I think it's usually very hard to get back to the normal weight when you give birth after 35. So a lot to consider as women as we make these decisions. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Bye-bye.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome